All right. Welcome to Thursday's 5 for 5 devotion. Have you ever had one of those days where you just didn't feel like doing anything at all? Maybe you were worn out, maybe you were tired, maybe even a little depressed, and you just didn't want to do anything. I had one of those days on Saturday. See, the day before, last Friday, I was running around all over the place trying to knock out a bunch of things that we needed to get done from morning till night. And so I was just beat. So on Saturday morning, I just wanted to get on the couch, veg out, watch some college basketball, watch some movies, and do nothing. Well, the problem was my wife on Saturday, she had to go out and run around and do a bunch of things. She had to hit up about 4 or 5 stores because we needed a ton of stuff. And the kids were home because it was Saturday, so I had all 3 kids, and so I was the primary one in charge of taking care of them. So I had a choice to make. I don't want to do anything. I'm tired. Do I just sit around and watch shows and let them just sit around and watch shows and get on their tablet? Or do I get up some strength and do we go outside and do something and make the most out of the day? Well, I decided to go out into the garage, pump up our bike tires, and we went on a bike ride. It was great. And then when we got back home, my oldest son had been asking me to do Nerf gun wars. And we had a friend donate some more Nerf guns to us. So we went outside and we had Nerf gun wars. It was a blast. And then my little girl, my daughter, she wanted to get on the trampoline. She wanted me to chase her around on the trampoline. And we giggled and laughed. We had so much fun. And then my middle son, he had been bugging me for weeks to wrestle, to have a tickle fight. He loves tickle fights. So I had all 3 of them on top of me, and we were doing tickle fights on the trampoline. And we just hung out and spent time together all day on Saturday. It was a great day. And I almost missed it. I almost missed out on making the most of my relationship with my kiddos as a dad because I was tired, because I was worn out, because I didn't think I wanted to do anything. I didn't even know I wanted to do those things, but when I did them, it was great. You know, sometimes that even happens with my relationship with the Lord. There are days, I'm going to be honest with you, there are days that I don't feel like getting up early and praying. There are days when I don't feel like doing my quiet time, when I don't feel like cracking open the Bible. There are days when I just don't feel like worshiping God. But you know what? God never takes a day off from us. And He desires for us to give Him everything we've got. And He's worth it. He's given us everything. Jesus said in Matthew 12:30, you should love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. I love what Rick Warren says about loving God with all your strength in the purpose-driven life. He says, when Jesus said, love God with all your strength, He pointed out that worship takes effort and energy. It is not always convenient or comfortable. And sometimes worship is a sheer act of the will, a willing sacrifice. This reminds me of Romans 12:1, where Paul urges his readers to present their bodies as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. That was their spiritual act of worship. Let me keep reading. When you praise God, even when you don't feel like it, when you get out of bed, to worship God, when you're tired, or when you help others, when you are worn out, you are offering a sacrifice of worship to God. That pleases God. When we worship God and we spend time with God, even when we don't feel like it, that is God honoring and it pleases God. That's what He wants out of our relationship with Him. And let me tell you, I have never had a moment in my life where I've spent time with God and went, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Every time I worship God, every time I spend time praying, every time I'm in the Word, it's always a blessing. It always helps. We have a choice each day. Are we going to make the most out of it, or are we going to miss out? I pray today that you spend time building your relationship with God and you spend time building your relationship with others, even if you don't feel like it. Because trust me, it will be worth it. Love the Lord your God with all your strength. I hope you have a great day. See ya.